Your phone rings. The name on the screen looks like your bank. The caller knows your name. He may know the last four digits of your card. He says there is a transfer waiting for approval, maybe $4,800, going to someone you have never heard of. Then a six-digit code arrives from the real bank. The caller says, "Read that code back to me so I can cancel the transfer." That code is not canceling anything. It may be the last thing the scammer needs to reset your password and enter your account as you. Or the caller may use a different line. He may say your account has been compromised and your money must be moved into a new secure account before the thieves take it. There is no secure account. There is only the scammer's account. So, I want to give you the rule that stops both versions before we go any further. If an unexpected caller says your money is at risk, end the call. Then contact your bank yourself through the official app, the number on the back of your card, or the number printed on a recent statement. Do not press a number the caller gives you. Do not call the number in the text. Do not simply call back the last number that appeared on your screen. You end their conversation, and you begin a new one through a channel you control. That is the move. I am Ray Bennett. I have spent years studying how these scams work and helping families avoid them. Today I am going to show you how a fake fraud department builds trust, why caller ID and verification codes can make the call feel so convincing, and exactly what to do if you already answered, shared a code, or moved money. First, please hear this clearly. If this has happened to you, it does not mean you were careless. The person on the phone is trained to turn caution into panic. You are trying to protect your savings. The scammer takes that good instinct and points it in the wrong direction. This is not a rare little trick. In June of 2026, the Federal Trade Commission reported that consumers had reported losing $3.5 billion to imposter scams during 2025. Nearly 1 in 3 fraud reports was about an imposter scam. The FTC also said consumers reported nearly $1 billion lost to business impersonators, and bank impersonators caused the highest reported losses in that group. Those are reported losses. Many people never report at all. The most expensive versions often begin with something small: a text about a suspicious purchase, a call about a new device, or an email warning that someone has entered your account. You may be careful enough to question the message. That is what the criminal expects. The message is often designed to make you call the number inside it. Once you do, you are not calling your bank. You are calling the person who created the alarm. The scam begins with a false problem. Then comes a helpful voice. Finally, an instruction quietly gives the criminal control. Let us take those parts one at a time. The opening message is usually simple. Did you authorize a purchase for $4,800? Reply yes or no. Or, your online banking access has been suspended. Call the fraud department now. The amount is large enough to frighten you, but believable enough that you can imagine it happening. If you reply, the scammer knows your number is active. If you call, the scammer gets to answer as the fraud department. If they call you, they may change the caller ID display so it shows the bank's name or a familiar phone number. Caller ID tells you what information reached the display. It does not prove who is speaking. Then comes the credibility layer. The caller may know your full name, address, phone number, bank card type, or part of an account number. That information can come from a data breach, stolen mail, a phishing form, social media, or data bought from another criminal. The Federal Trade Commission warns that a caller's knowledge of personal details does not make the caller trustworthy. The information is there to make you stop checking. The fake representative may sound patient. He may use banking terms. You may hear office noise in the background. He may put you on hold, read a case reference, or transfer you to a second person with a more serious title. Those details can all be staged. Now the caller creates a deadline. He says the transfer is processing now. He says another device is inside the account. He says the local branch cannot be trusted, or an employee may be involved. In some versions, he asks you to help with a secret investigation. He tells you not to call your daughter, not to speak with the teller, and not to mention the real reason for the transfer. That secrecy is not a side detail. It is a control mechanism. A calmer person could interrupt the story. A real teller might ask a question the scammer cannot answer. So the criminal tries to keep every helpful person outside the room. This is why an ordinary sentence can be such a strong warning sign. Do not tell anyone. The next step depends on what the criminal is trying to steal. Sometimes the goal is your verification code. While the caller is speaking, an accomplice goes to the real bank's website and enters your username. They may click Forgot Password. The real bank sends a code to your real phone because the bank is trying to protect you. The scammer then asks you to read that code aloud. Think about what has happened. The caller did not send the code. The bank sent it because someone was trying to enter or change the account. When you give the code to the caller can type it into the real bank's website. The code proves possession of your phone. It does not prove the caller works for the bank. That is why the safe rule is so simple. A verification code stays with you. Do not read it to an incoming caller. Do not send it in a text. Do not type it into a page reached through an unexpected message. The FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center issued a warning about this exact kind of financial institution impersonation in November of 2025. As of that warning, IC3 had received more than 5,100 complaints since January, with reported losses above $262 million. The FBI described criminals using calls, texts, emails, and fake websites to obtain passwords and one-time codes. Once inside, they may reset the password, lock the owner out, and move funds quickly to other accounts or cryptocurrency wallets. Sometimes the caller never asks for a code. Instead, he asks you to perform the transfer yourself. That version can be even more dangerous because every screen you see may be real. You are inside your real bank account, following instructions in the real app, sending real money. Only the story is fake. The caller says your current account is contaminated, frozen, or under attack. He says the bank has prepared a clean account in your name. He may ask for a wire transfer, a person-to-person payment, a transfer to an outside account, cash, or cryptocurrency. He may even tell you to send money to yourself, but the phone number, email address, digital wallet, or receiving account is under criminal control. Safe account is the lie to remember. A real bank does not solve fraud by asking you to move your money to a stranger's account. Chase says plainly in its customer guidance that reputable banks will not ask customers to move money to resolve fraud. It also warns that criminals may claim branch employees are involved and coach customers to hide the reason for a transaction. That coaching matters. When a teller asks why you are sending a large wire, the scammer may already have told you what to say. Tell them you are buying a car. Tell them it is a family investment. Do not mention the investigation because the teller might be involved. The bank employee is trying to protect you. The scammer turns that protection into another source of suspicion. Once you authorize the payment, recovery may be very difficult. A credit card charge you did not make is different from a wire or fast payment you personally approved because a criminal deceived you. The exact rights and options depend on the account, the payment method, and the facts. That is why I will not promise that a bank can bring the money back. But speed still matters. The sooner the real bank knows, the more options it may have to stop, recall, block, or trace a transaction. The losses can be enormous because the caller is not asking for a normal purchase. The caller is pretending to rescue everything. An FTC analysis of high-loss imposter reports from older adults found that from 2020 through 2024, the number of reports involving losses of $10,000 or more increased more than fourfold. Reports involving losses above $100,000 increased nearly sevenfold. For the largest reported losses, bank transfers appeared more often than any other payment method. The scammer may stay on the phone for hours. He may tell you to keep the line open while you drive to the bank. He may call again the next morning. A second criminal may pose as law enforcement or a senior investigator. If the first transfer works, a new emergency appears and another transfer is needed. Then, after the money is gone, someone may offer to recover it for an upfront fee. That is another scam aimed at the same person. I have spent time on the mechanism because once you see the sequence, the call loses some of its power. False alert, helpful voice, personal details, urgency, secrecy, code or transfer, money gone, now we change direction. You do not have to outsmart the caller. You do not have to argue. You do not have to prove the alert is fake while someone is pressuring you. End the call and the pressure stops. Now you can check the claim safely. Here is the complete protection plan. Step 1. Get off the incoming call. You can say, I do not handle account security on incoming calls. I will contact the bank myself. Then hang up. You do not need the caller's permission. If there is a real problem, it will still exist when you reach the real bank. A legitimate bank will not punish you for protecting yourself. If the caller says you will lose the money by hang up anyway. If the caller says the police are listening, hang up. If the caller says the branch is involved, hang up. Pressure to remain on the line is a reason to leave it. Step 2. Contact the bank through a source you already trust. Open the official banking app you normally use. Call the number on the back of your card. Use a recent paper statement, or visit a branch you know. Do not use the number from the suspicious message. Do not trust the number that appeared on caller ID. And do not search for bank fraud phone number and automatically call the first result. The FTC and FBI both warn that criminals can buy search ads or manipulate results, so a fake support number appears first. Step 3. Keep every verification code private. The safest way to think about a 6-digit code is this. It is a temporary key. A person who has it may be able to unlock something in your name. Your bank may ask you to enter a code into its official app or website during a process you started. That is different from reading the code to a stranger who called you. Never share a password, PIN, verification code, or full card number with an incoming caller. Never approve a login notification you did not start. Never allow remote access to your phone or computer. Step 4. Never move money to protect it. No secure account. No temporary holding account. No protective wallet. No test transfer. No transfer to help an investigation. If an unexpected caller tells you to move money for safety, stop. The instruction itself is enough to end the call and verify independently. Step 5. Break secrecy. Tell one person you trust. A spouse, adult child, sibling, neighbor, banker, or friend can listen while you explain what happened. You are not asking that person to take control. You are giving yourself another calm set of ears. No legitimate fraud department needs you isolated from your family or from the bank's own employees. Families can make this easier before a call arrives. Take the bank card out now and save the official number in the phone. Give it a clear name such as my bank official number. If the card is replaced, check that the number is still current. Turn on transaction alerts and login alerts through the official app. Alerts will not stop every scam, but they can help you spot activity quickly. Agree on one family rule: nobody transfers money while an unexpected caller is on the line. The call ends first, then the family member contacts the institution independently. Ask the bank what controls it offers. Some institutions allow custom alerts, lower transfer limits, extra verification, or a trusted contact for certain accounts. The options differ, so ask the real institution rather than assuming. Now let us cover what to do if something already happened. If you answered the call but shared nothing, end contact and verify the alert with the bank. You do not need to stay engaged to gather evidence. If you shared a code, password, PIN, or account information, call the bank immediately and say, "I may be dealing with an account takeover." Ask what should be locked or changed. Reset the exposed password through the official app or website. If you used that password anywhere else, change it there too. Secure the email account connected to your banking, because email can be used to reset other accounts. Review recent transactions, payees, linked accounts, contact information, and devices. Ask the bank whether cards, transfers, or online access should be frozen or replaced. If you sent money, contact the bank or payment provider immediately. Tell them the payment was induced by an impersonation scam. Ask what recall, reversal, hold, or fraud review options are still available. There is no guarantee, but waiting only gives the criminal more time. Then preserve what you have. Keep the text messages, emails, call logs, phone numbers, website addresses, screenshots, transfer confirmations, receiving account details, and any cryptocurrency wallet address. Do not edit the screenshots to make them cleaner. The original details matter. File a report with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at ic3.gov. File with the Federal Trade Commission at reportfraud.ftc.gov. If Social Security numbers or other identity information were exposed, identitytheft.gov can build a recovery plan. If someone later promises to recover your money for a fee, stop. Real recovery help does not begin with a stranger demanding another payment. One more thing matters. Please do not hide this because you feel embarrassed. Silence protects the criminal. A fast conversation with the real bank and someone you trust can protect what remains, preserve recovery options, and warn the next person. The safest sentence in this entire video is short enough to remember under pressure. I will call my bank myself. Say it, hang up. Use the number on your card, and if you help an older parent with finances, do not begin with, "How did you fall for this?" Begin with, "I am glad you told me. Let us call the bank together." That response makes it much easier to act quickly. I am Ray Bennett. Share this with one person who might answer a call like this, and keep that official bank number where both of you can find it.